going so far for you?
Spring camps are going pretty good. Getting a chance to get coached by Coach Hafley. He's a really good coach. He's taught us a lot about just the little things to realizing, like the offensive formations and stuff like that. So our defense is really taking a pretty big step.
Going from Coach Giano and Coach Johnson to Coach Hafley and Coach Barnes in the defensive backfield, what has that transition been like?
Going from Coach Giano and Coach Johnson to Coach Hafley and Barnes, I feel like at first, it was like unfortunate to have your third coach in 3 years, but then at the end of the day, it's like you realize how smart of a coach Coach Hafley is. Coach Day told us when he hired him that he'd be like one of the best coaches we ever had, and so far, it seemed like that's been the case. He's really high energy guy. His energy is actually pretty contagious, and just the drills that he's implemented so far, everyone's getting better every single day.
Can you tell he's been in the NFL? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Just like the same way, looking at high school things, for me right now, it'd be pretty easier. Like for him, just looking at college formation and stuff like that, he's able to pick up on little things that the offense gives away, and then we just go over it in the meetings since the secondary's all together, and we attack it the next day.
What's it been like having the secondary as a group instead of cornerbacks, safeties? How's that been different?
I think the biggest point is that you understand the bigger picture. So my first 2 years, we were all separated, so we kind of have to communicate on the fly. So with having the secondary together, we understand what each other's trying to do, and it kind of makes the positions more interchangeable because he's going over the same terminology in front of everybody.
Jeff, there's been a lot of talk about
you guys are using more zone. Could you kind of describe what you think that brings to the defense and how it's going so far?
It definitely gives a chance to make more plays on the ball, but as far as like for the cornerbacks, we might get zone. It's zone in certain scenarios, but it's also man. You can get a zone concept with some man in there. So I feel like it's a pretty good balance as far as what we're trying to do.
And this defense, the cornerback's identity for years has been we are playing strictly press man-to-man. You're still doing that,
yeah.
Sure. But do you think that it's going to be more effective to be able to blend those things?
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna have our eyes on the quarterback more, give us a chance to make more plays on the ball. So hopefully that turnover number can increase this year. I have no doubt in my mind that it will increase this year. So I'm just excited to see how that all plays out.
Jeff, has there been any talk about you switching positions around at all? I know, Brendan's kind of been playing that bullet position. I know Sean Wade's been kind of switching between corner and safety. Are you going to be a corner this year? Is that?
Yeah, right now they're working me primarily at corner. Coach Hafley talked to me today about getting me comfortable with slot a little bit, maybe further on down the road. But he said right now he just likes me at cornerback. I'm not sure why. I just do what he tells me to do.
And then everybody else on the defense that we've talked to has talked about the simplification of things on the defense. How have they done that, and how have you adapted to it? Do you like it? Do you,
I think that the thought process behind that was kind of like, instead of making things complicated for maybe schools that have lesser talent, we're pretty talented enough to go out there and run basic things and just beat schools. So if everyone's playing fast, the defense doesn't necessarily have to be complicated. You can just run simple things and just rely on speed and talent to beat teams, a lot of these teams.
But at the same time, having guys that are playing, different positions like Brendan at that hybrid and Johnson at that hybrid and Sean Wade switching between corner and safety, do you feel like that'll also give you guys enough complexity that it'll give offenses just one more thing to think about when they're planning for you guys?
Oh, definitely. Pre-snap, you can't even tell what defense we're in, and you don't know what position everyone's playing. So I think even having simple looks sometimes makes it harder for offenses to figure out.
Hey Jeff, I want to fact check Sean for a second. He said you guys have a very specific number when it comes to your goal for